So one of the challenges of filming the Croc relocation story is capturing the action in a rather chaotic environment. There are a lot of things happening at the same time, and there were a lot of people at the scene. The Malaysian media was there, the villagers were there, the kids were there. The SWAT team actually had to move pretty quickly because they didn't want to overstress the Croc. And at the same time, they needed to keep the bystanders out of harm's way.
Anything more than 3 meters, about 9 to 10 feet long, it is considered dangerous. When they get very big, they tend to become territorial. Anything that goes into the area, they might want to attack.
For us, we had to keep up with the SWAT team. We were pretty much waddling very clumsily in the river water, trying to squeeze in to get the best angle without getting our cameras wet, trying to keep people out of frame. And there were a lot of things happening at the same time that we got to balance. We needed to build the scene with as many close-ups as we can of the Croc in the catch trap. So this means like the eyes, the teeth. For us to do that, we need to be standing right next to the cage trap. You have to remember that the Croc is already very stressed by being in that cage trap with all this commotion from the bystanders and us coming so close to it. There is always this possibility that it might just bang its head against the sides, the door might come off, and it would have been impossible for us to run away in time if the Croc came out and attacked us. We were standing in waist-deep water and on very slippery rocks beneath, so it was pretty nerve-wracking. One of the characters that we filmed with Chris, he's this extremely charismatic and inspiring guy, probably one of the most charismatic and inspiring person that I've come across throughout the entire shoot. He's always wearing this trademark cowboy hat with Iban tattoos all over his body. So he strikes you as Borneo's version of Crocodile Dundee, but more, because he deals a lot with human-animal conflicts, which are largely land-based, but he also plays a really key role in some of Sarawak's marine conservation efforts. So he's like this man of the land and also man of the sea. One thing about Chris is he has this calm and collected presence about him, especially when he's working with his team, even when it comes to dealing with one of the most dangerous predators in Borneo. I guess this is really important because you need to be calm in order to make decisions clearly and quickly enough, because you're dealing with wildlife and every second counts. So we were really lucky because it can take weeks and even up to months for a Croc to be caught. In our case, we were fortunate because it only took us 2 weeks before Chris told us that they caught a Croc in the cage trap. It requires a lot of patience to be doing this kind of work, but for these guys, they also know that time is not on their side, because what if a villager gets attacked before the Croc is caught? It takes a lot of guts and physical strength to be handling Crocs, but there is also a lot of pressure on Chris and his team because they are constantly having to find ways to outsmart the Croc fast enough